Today we are headed on a safari adventure.
One of the really cool things you can do while staying in Zambia is take a day trip to Chobe National Park, which is in the country of Botswana.
This morning we hopped in a taxi, crossed the bridge over the border. It was about an hour, and then we jumped straight into our safari vehicle.
From there, we are headed straight into the national park. Chobe National Park has 50,000 elephants in it, which is one of the largest in any national park. So I assume we're going to be seeing a lot of elephants today. And there's so many cute little babies already.
We got some more of our deer out here. Giant herd of impalas. Seeing all sorts of things here along the water, which is obviously the life of the park. Just got some little baby alligators, and then this is a water monitor lizard. Very cool.
There are also tons of birds and little hippos in the water.
Yeah, we're bird people now. They're battling. Like Rebecca and I, though, I'm backing down.
Our driver said he heard that there are lions over the radio, so he's going to drive faster. Our ride's been bumpy. I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit more bumpy. Hopefully we get there in time.
If you've never been on safari before, you might not really understand the allure, but this adventure right now, like chasing down the lions, is kind of what it's all about. And hopefully we see them, but even when you miss them, there's something fun about it.
We just pulled up on the 2 lions that our guide heard about, and they are some massive males, and they're just out here laying in the open savanna next to the water. Pretty exciting.
They look huge. You can see them from a long ways away. And you have all the jeeps that come along with seeing lions. Never gets old. It's kind of surprising to see they're not really doing very much. They're like in the direct sun. And it's pretty warm out despite the fact that it's winter. Very dusty. They're just hanging out. At least go get some water or something. It's gonna shut us in. I think it's very, very dusty because it is windy and super dry out here. Even though it's the rainy season. This will be nice because even going with the wind, we were getting a little dusty.
Now the lions are finally up and walking as we're getting ready to leave. But it looks like they're walking further away, so we had good timing.
Might be getting some water, perhaps. That's where they're headed now, but cool to see them walking.
Bye, kitty kitty. We're on the move again, so apologies for the bumpy footage, but we were supposed to head back to the lodge because we have a boat cruise next. We're supposed to get lunch, but our guide heard from another truck that they saw leopards, so we're in pursuit again. He said we're going to be late, but we're going to go look. Hopefully we find them.
One of the things here is we can kind of help to spot a little bit, and I say that with a lot of humbleness because his ability to spot things is like 1,000 times better than ours, but knowing he doesn't have an exact point of where they are, we'll keep our eyes peeled.
Leopard pursuit update. They think some cars saw it dragging an impala carcass, and now we're like in the thick of it trying to find where it is. And there might be something in the tree. Holy whoa. Excuse my language. It just took off running. Wow. It was up in the tree and it just hopped down and took off running.
That was crazy. It was literally like 10 yards from us and right next to that vehicle, but it sprinted off. It was gone. If you saw it on camera, it was only for a glimpse for sure, but I think we're calling it because it really took off pretty fast.
That was still really awesome though. It was like a split second, but I love leopards. Their pattern is so beautiful.
If you've ever been on safari before, you realize how difficult it is to see leopards, so even the brief glimpse is so cool.
I also think that's why they're my favorite, because they're so hard to find and they're so beautiful. Also, watch the branches. True safari. Thank you. It was in this tree right here. Like, we would have never saw that if we were driving. We were just just driving back to the lodge really fast, and there's just a lion kind of on the side of the road, and it's hunting. It looks like it's hunting warthogs, and it literally walked so close to our car. I have never felt my heart beat faster than when that thing stood up and started walking right behind me. Oh my God.
That was absolutely insane. It was literally like right here behind the car. It went back here. I think it was kind of using the car as a little bit of stealth, and then it just laid down right behind us. So wild. It was huge too. I think we've seen some skinny ones before. This was a big lion. Oh man, I thought it was about to chase it down for a minute. I think my heart was racing too. I didn't know what to do. So cool, so cool.
And this is why we absolutely love safari.
Okay, we have to take a minute to follow up on that drive back and seeing that lion.
Oh my gosh, that was the most insane, like, closest experience to a lion we've ever had on safari. We've been on quite a few safaris.
There were a couple points when it was like close enough to Rebecca that I was like, what are we gonna do if this thing like starts to come in the car or something? It was not focused on us at all.
Except it did definitely like make eye contact, I swear. As it was walking close, and I'm sure I got it on my phone. I was recording too, but that was the scariest like 80 seconds of my life. My heart was pounding out of my chest. That lion was so close, I could have reached out of the car and gave it a little pat on the head. That's how insanely close that thing was.
Fantastic way to end the land portion of our safari. We just grabbed a quick lunch here at, I think it's called the Moana Safari Lodge, and they had a little buffet, and then we're getting ready to head out on the boat. Future Kyle here with a quick interruption. If you're interested in booking this tour yourself, we booked it through Get Your Guide. There's a link in the description below. They're not sponsoring this, we just had a really good time, so check it out.
Next adventure today takes us down the Chobe River back towards Chobe National Park, and this river actually runs in between both Botswana and Namibia. So Namibia is over my shoulder right here, and this river ultimately turns into the Zambezi, which flows directly down to Victoria Falls. So we're on our way to Victoria Falls right now. We're not going to make it that far, but we'll see what animals we can see along the way.
We got some regular buffaloes here. I say regular, buffaloes are part of the Big Five, but Rebecca and I have a lot of debates about what the Big Five is and what it should be. We'll fill you in on the should be later. Got some more of our favorite birds out here. Like I said, we're birders. We didn't even talk about our book.
Of course, we have to bring out the checkbook again because I really like checking items off. And we just saw two birds that we haven't seen before.
The Riverboat cruise is a really cool way to get like a different perspective. We've only done this one other time on safari, but it's always interesting to see the animals like interacting in the water again, where kind of the life of everything is. So we've already seen some elephants, buffalo, alligators, a ton of our favorite bird friends. It's a great way to have something a little bit more unique to the experience.
We just pulled up on another Nile crocodile, and this one is huge. This hippo is not happy with that boat. He's trying to charge it.
Yeah, that hippo is grumpy. This could be me Instagramming from our own boat. Missed opportunity. All right, we're positioned here in front of these troop of elephants. He said that they come right up to the edge and then they consider crossing right here. It's a low point in the river to go back to the main part, the Botswana side. They're kind of held up here, so we're not sure if they're going to cross. Would be really cool to see them swim. We'll have to see. I'm not confident if it charged us that he would be able to get us out of here.
No, he can barely move backwards.
Wow, he's getting us right up in there. This boat has not been working very well, so this feels like a bold move. Might have some CNN footage here.
They're so pretty. They got the little babies with them, chowing down on some reeds.
It's literally just getting us right on top of the bank here. It does seem confident in what it's doing. It seems to be working. And there's our boat not starting.
That is kind of terrifying. Oh, there it is. Yikes.
Yikes indeed. We are not moving quickly.
Doesn't seem like they're gonna cross now. All the boats are kind of in front of it, but it was really cool to see them that close next to the water. I think it's also cool because we're like below them, so you're kind of like looking up at them, which is an unusual perspective on a safari. The boat was the end of the tour, and now we are back where we started at our hotel in Livingstone.
The safari overall was incredible. I was so surprised that in 3 or 4 hours on the land safari, we actually saw 4 of the big 5, and they don't have rhinos, or they're just reintroducing them there, so we saw everything there was to see.
I think by far my favorite part about the boat was just how close we got to all of the animals at eye level. It was a little intimidating being that close to a whole herd of elephants.
If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next adventure.